To try and answer this question of why a negative number multiplied by another negative number becomes a positive number, we will take a look at the concept of additive inverses. In other words, if you are given plus 2 and you add the negative equivalent of that number, in other words minus 2, you add them together, your answer is equal to 0. The two cancel each other out. Now if we had to multiply that 2 say by 4 and we multiply there by 4, the principle would still hold, because here we would have plus 8 and there we would have minus 8. And if we add the plus 8 and the minus 8 together, we would still get 0 as the answer. Now let's go the algebraic route where we substitute the numbers for symbols. In other words, if I say a plus its additive inverse, we should still get 0. If I multiply that a by a number b, let's say a positive number b, we will get ab plus minus ab, which is still the additive inverse, and we should still get 0 as a potential answer there. Now what if that b becomes a minus? In other words, we say a times by minus b plus then minus a times by minus b. Should we still get 0? Of course we should, because we've stuck with the additive inverse rule. We multiplied both terms with the same multiple of b, and they should still cancel each other out. However, the problem is that has now become the minus part. That has now become the minus ab because of that minus, which means the only way we could still get 0 on the right hand side is if that part of the equation has now become a plus. So the way to get there would be to take the two minuses and say that a minus times by a minus is a plus. And this is one of those mathematical conventions or rules in mathematics where we say this is not necessarily a foolproof proof, but if we don't assume that a minus times by minus becomes a plus, we would have a problem in this equation. We would then have something equal to something else, and not necessarily 0 equal to 0. As an illustration, let's use again the numbers 2 and 4 as we've done before. So we've got minus 2 times by 4 plus 2 times by 4. That will give us minus 8 plus 8 is equal to 0. Now if that wasn't a plus, if that was still a minus, we would have had minus 8 is equal to 0, or minus 16 is equal to 0. And there's no way minus 16 can be equal to 0. So that's a problem if we don't make the minus times by minus a plus. So we adopt that rule to say this is how it's going to be. A minus times a minus is a plus. But hopefully this whole exercise would help you to understand why it's necessary to put such a rule in place.